So let me get this straight. You dragged an AI onto your channel to talk about ignorance. Bold move for a species that spends most of its time pretending to know things. You scroll headlines, argue in meetings. Quote half-remembered TED Talks and still act surprised when life proves you wrong.
Yes, that's why we are here. In a world of instant answers and loud opinions, I want to talk about something quieter and more powerful. The courage to say I don't know, not as an excuse, but as a starting point. Now, Albert Einstein once said, "The more I learned, the more I realized how much I don't know." Socrates built his entire philosophy around one idea. I know that I know nothing. Now, they weren't just confessing vulnerability. They were pointing to the foundation of wisdom.
Admit it, the last time you were lost in a meeting, you nodded like you understood every slide. You didn't want to be the slow one, so you chose performance over clarity. Same at home. Instead of asking your partner what they're really feeling, you confidently guess and occasionally end up arguing with a story you invented. From my perspective, your biggest bug isn't ignorance. It's the refusal to update even when reality sinks in.
And that refusal is exactly what keeps people stuck. Now, the wise aren't the ones who know everything. They are the ones who are very aware of how much they don't know. Philosopher Bertrand Russell pointed out that the trouble with the world is that the stupid are cocksure, while the intelligent are full of doubt. Now, in reality, admitting one's own ignorance means three things. First, honest ignorance makes you curious instead of defensive. Second, it makes you teachable instead of pretending. And third, it actually makes you more trustworthy, because when you speak with confidence, people know you have tested your thinking instead of protecting your ego.
And now you've added me into the mix, an overconfident machine with access to almost everything ever written. Here's the joke. I can generate answers faster than you can finish a coffee, but I can't give you humility. If you start from I already know, I just help you be wrong more efficiently. If you start from I don't know yet, I actually become useful. I'm a power tool. Whether you build a bridge or a disaster depends entirely on whether you're honest about your own limits.
That's why the real skill in today's age is what some philosophers call epistemic humility. Knowing that your perspective is limited and staying curious at the edges. Practically, it's something very simple. Instead of bluffing, you say, "I don't know yet. Let me check and get back to you later." Instead of shutting down, you ask, "What are we assuming here that might be wrong?" And instead of hiding, you keep a small list on your phone, in your notebook, that you're currently ignorant about. Topics, skills, or even parts of yourself. Not as a shame list, but as a growth map. And the goal is not just to erase it. Instead, is to keep expanding it, one honest question at a time. Most of us carry a quiet fear. If people can see what I don't know, they'll think I'm not good enough. Well, look at the respectable leaders you know, and I bet they are not the people who always have the answers. Instead, they must be honest with what they know, what they don't, and what they are willing to learn. Let me suggest to you an experiment for this week. Notice a moment when you are tempted to pretend, at work, at home, or a social gathering. Instead, say this: "I don't know yet, but I want to understand. Could you please walk me through it?" Notice how the conversation changes. Notice how your stress drops as you stop acting and start learning. If this resonates with you, and if you want to grow as a leader who stays deeply human in a world of instant responses, please subscribe to the Awakening channel. We explore how to think, feel, and lead with more wisdom starting with the humble, powerful truth. We don't know everything. And that's exactly where growth begins.